afternoon, viewers. My name is Mary Jane, and this is the maiden edition of Kraftivity Reality on TV. Kraftivity Reality TV is a platform that seeks to empower, discover, and bring to limelight young entrepreneurs, creative with their hands in different areas of skills. Talk about tailoring, talk about shoemaking. It is a platform that seeks to actually empower youth, young people, encourage them to have creative things they do with their hands. It is our first edition, and with me on the studio are two beautiful and active entrepreneurs. We're going to be discussing a very sensitive yet interesting topic. Let's meet my guest.
My name is Michael Chukwuma.
Okay, and I'm Mrs. Kama Okekemba.
Today we're going to be talking on certificate versus handwork. Of course, you all know what certificate is, and you all know the story of go to school, get a good grades, you know, and make sure you do well so that you get a job. But today we're going to be talking on the relationship between these two and which is most relevant in our current situation. We strongly believe that youth empowerment is a sure tool for social security. But here is a very controversial topic set up. So we're going to be looking at this topic, but we begin with a series of questions as I direct them to my guests. So let's come over to you, Mr. Michael. Between handwork and certificate, which is more relevant in our current society, and why do you think either of the one you choose is more relevant?
Okay, well, basically, it has been, the idea of certificate has actually been overemphasized. But in a nutshell, I'm going to be telling you that skills, handwork, craft is actually more important or should be given a better emphasis to than the...
Why is that so? What do you think so?
Well, let's look at it this way. With regards to the economic situation, you say that if within a little space of time, you could actually start a craft or start a skill, learn it, and you become productive. Productive in the sense that, let's take for instance, we'll take those who are into makeup artistry. You have a period of just 2-3 months, you're done, and you start making money. It's productive, it's time, you don't need much time.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Let's have your thoughts on this.
I strongly think education is highly important in our current society now.
Why do you think so?
Okay, in our country now, without education, trust me, you're not getting the bigger picture, you're not getting the bigger shots, you're not paving the bigger steps for yourself, or you're not paving the main platform for yourself. I think you strongly need education. Everybody needs education.
Thank you very much. That will get me to the second question. Okay, do you think the society should place more emphasis on technical schools, skill acquisition centers, workshops? I mean, probably we have to do more establishing of the mechanic workshops and art and craft houses, you know, rather than build more schools. Can we get your thoughts on this? What do you think?
Well, basically, you see, like I said before now, the idea of certificate has been overemphasized. Oh. The picture should be more like, your certificate should be like the adjective that qualifies your skill.
Really?
What do I mean by this? It's just like coming and somebody says, what's your name? And you quickly put your hand inside your pocket and you bring your ID card. It looks abnormal. It should be, what's your name? My name is Mr. Michael Chukwuma. That should be your name. So your skill should come first. At a situation where you have tendered the skill, you can now bring a certificate proving that, okay, this is where, or this is how I came about this.
Okay, Ms. Olga, do you agree with this?
No.
So why? Why is that? Do you think you believe that certificate should be, I mean, highly exalted over skills, and why?
It should be because when you go to school, you learn the basis. You learn the basis on how to go out into the world or go to the labor market and know what you want for yourself. Many people just come and today they are makeup artists, tomorrow they are fashion designers, next tomorrow they are painters. Next, they're just everywhere. They're not concentrated on what they want for themselves.
So you're trying to say that a lot value should be attached to the certificate more than what the person
it should be attached to the certificate.
Okay, viewers out there, I hope you're following us. So it gets me to the third question. Is there any relationship between these two? I mean, the relevance of both. Is there any relationship, or is one highly exalted over the other? Mr. Michael?
Well, basically, I would not want to dispute the fact that education, the idea is this. We're actually not saying education is not it.
Okay.
I am just clicking on the certificates.
Okay.
You see, a good number of youths now come out with the big certificates and they have nothing to show about it. And so what I'm saying is this, a situation where you have your certificates and you also have your skill. It should be a blend. If you heard me right, I said the certificates and the skill. The certificate is the adjective that qualifies the skill. And so if you're going to be flagging a certificate, you should also have a skill there that will help you, that will help you really prove that you have learned this.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll come back to you, Oge, but before then, let's go for a quick break. Remember, it is Kraftivity on TV. Stay tuned.
Dominus presents Kraftivity National Mentorship Forum, a 2-day annual event set to mentor and empower creative and skillful youths by great entrepreneurs and celebrities in the areas of art, craft, fashion, and beauty. Up to 1 million naira business grants and work tools will be given to outstanding participants. Registration fee 2,500 naira. Date May 19th to 20th, 2018. Time 12 p.m. prompt. For more information or sponsorship and partnership, please call 090-927-64806. 090-927-64806. Kraftivity National Mentorship Forum. Our own way of walking the talk towards nation building and social security.
Whatever you want, however Jenny Smile. You can decide to make it. Yeah. You heard? It's your world. It's your world. You can decide to build it or destroy it. It's your world. It's your world.
Welcome back. It's still your show, Kraftivity Reality TV show. We were talking about the relevance between these two. I mean, do you think there's a relationship between certificates and handwork, or are they just two parallel lines?
Surprisingly, yes, I would agree that there's a relevance, because our Oxford Dictionary defined education as the ability, as educating or someone being educated in our current society on a particular theory or practice skill. Now, our Oxford Dictionary also defines skill as the ability to learn something in a particular craft or art. So now I kind of would say they work hand in hand in our current society. But I would not suggest anybody should kick against education, because in our current Nigeria now, it's extremely important that we go to school, we know what we want for ourselves, we are prepared for the public masses. I think education is highly important.
Okay, let's still get it to you. Can a non-certificate holder, I mean, somebody without certificates, just as we are placing emphasis on certificate, can a non-certificate holder become a successful entrepreneur? If yes, why then do you need to spend so much time, so much money? I mean, going to school just to acquire that paper.
Okay, in the sense of education, there are so many illiterates out there that they're very good when it comes to art, craft, art, and the rest of them, but they don't have the necessary backup to articulate themselves, their skills, in the sense that you see maybe someone that's very good in fashion designing, someone that is good in makeup, a good cobbler, a good seamstress, just good at whatever skills you concentrate on, but you still need that maybe a literate backbone to help you, to put you in check, to tell you this is what to do, this is the right time to do it. Most of them, they just go to the market and
if
make
I
up
get you right, you're saying that as much as they are successful, there are still people holding certificates that are doing the real job for them.
Thank you.
An illiterate cannot work.
An illiterate cannot work without a literate.
Do you agree with
It's
that?
not possible.
Do you agree?
Well, it's quite glaring. You see what is happening in society now.
Okay.
It's more like an irony. You spend the 4 years you go to school, you come back, you carry your certificate, and you take it to that young woman who dropped out of school.
Wow.
To get employed.
Isn't that a slap on the cheek?
No, you see what we're talking about. The idea is this. It's become so dramatized. I had a friend in school then who dropped out. To be sincere with you, when we finished school, he was about the first set of people we considered for job. And so that is what's happening. But for you to now ask me, for you to say, what is the relevance? Why do we go about looking for certificates if we can actually be successful without the certificate? I think that question should come back to you.
Okay.
But the fact is,
I think the question should actually go back to the viewers.
Yes.
So what role do you think the government, public and private sectors, can play? What role do you think they can play in making sure there's a balance between these two? Because from what we are getting, the two topics are actually, you can't do without either of them. So what do you think? What role do you think the government can play?
I strongly think the government is playing a role. Sort of.
Okay.
Because in school, from 300 level or 200 level, they imbibe the learning of entrepreneur. Yeah, we did it in school.
Okay.
You learn entrepreneur is like a course. Entrepreneur 101 or Entrepreneur 310.
Sorry, let me cut.
So they're already teaching.
And in practice, I'm not talking about learning now because that seems to be a little bit challenging. Talking about certificate paperwork, people just believe you go to school, get the paper. But in practice, because we have a lot of insecurity here and there, and we believe that when you empower people, not necessarily making them go to school, or when they have something to do, there's a value attached to life. So as regards social security, what do you think government should do, both education and skills, to strike a balance so that there will actually be stability in the government?
Okay, Mr. Michael is strongly with craft, art, and skills.
Okay,
I think
Michael,
that question should be for him.
When we talk about issues of such magnitude that concerns the youth, I think it's always very advisable. We have such platforms. We call on the government, we call on individuals, private and public sectors to come invest. You see, there's no limit to which you can work on the youth. If, in quotes, we are the leaders of tomorrow, that means we'll keep investing, we'll keep investing until we can invest until we achieve a positive report. And so we're calling on the government, we're calling on everybody to come put our hands on deck. It is also a platform like Kraftivity. Such initiatives, we'll call on them to come be a part. In their own ways, in their own little and mighty ways, we can see how we can push it and empower youth. When I mean empower, productive empowerment.
Okay. Oh, good. So in conclusion, what do you think? Okay. What's your advice to the audience, to the viewers, there? What do you think?
My advice to the viewers is you should just get your head straight. You want to go to school. I think strongly that you should go to school in Nigeria, whereby your handwork, your makeup, your seamstress, whatever you're doing does not work. You can just pick your certificate, dust it, move into the streets and start hunting for a job.
Mr. Michael, let's get your conclusion.
Okay, basically for me, I think the best thing for you to do is, no matter how big your certificate is, please, I want you to make it a backup to your skill. In the sense that you must have something you do.
But there should be a backup.
Yes,
though.
your certificate should be a backup.
The education,
so that when your skills, like you just said, when your skills fails you, you can now pick your certificate, dust it and move ahead. Thank you very much.
We've had it all. It's a very important topic, and that's what Kraftivity stands for. Kraftivity is here to, give you the platform. You have skills, you have handwork, tailors, cobblers, fashion designers. You may not have necessarily gone to school to obtain a certificate, but with Kraftivity, you'll be able to express yourself. You will get a grant. In as much as we are sure that you are, into these things for real. This is no longer come and defend your project or anything. Show us what you can do. You can sing, you can, whatever craft you can paint. I've seen some lovely paintings out there, but the truth is that most times people don't even know how to get the empowerment to do this. And we're not just leaving you with maybe some form of cash and then you just go and do what you, there will be monitoring, there will be a mentorship forum. Just like the commercial you just saw, there's a national mentorship forum that will be coming up on the 19th and 20th of May. All the youth is a call. This is not just a TV show as usual. This is not just any other form of entertainment TV show. This is a campaign that either you're taking your certificate as its backup or your craft as the main deal. There should be a handwork. Because the truth is that you cannot afford to put all your eggs in one basket. The reason people go to school is to actually bring out that talent or craft or skill that is in them. That's the truth. So Kraftivity is here to ensure that all the youths, so that our voice can count, everybody should be able to join this. And then the government, while the government is doing its own bit, you as a youth, you're doing your own bit. Thank you. It's Kraftivity Reality TV Show, and I'm your host, Janice Ma.